In continuation to understanding the functions in C program, this video we will cover the types of calling a C function. So when you're creating a C program, you will define the function, and to use the function, you have to make a function call in the main function. So there are two types of function calls that can be done. So whenever your function is called in the main, we call it as whichever function is calling it, it is a calling function. So inside main, if you define make a function call, then main is a calling function, and the function which is being called is called a called function. So there are two terms which you have to understand. It's a calling function and a called function. The function which will make a function call is a calling function. The function which is being called is a called function. So there are two ways of calling a function in C program. One is call by reference, other one is call by value. So what is call by value? Let us see each in detail with an example. In call by value, you are handling something called arguments or parameters in the function. So when you make a call using call by value, the method will simply copy the actual value of argument into the formal parameter of the function. So what is formal parameter of the function? So if you are say this is the function definition, so wherever the function is defined, the parameters in that function definition, we call them as formal parameters. Wherever we make a function call, at that place the parameters are called the actual parameters. So when you make a call by value, the actual parameter values are simply copied into the formal parameters. Now what is happening by doing so? So whatever changes you make to the parameters inside this function is retained only to this function block. It is not going to get affected or reflected on the parameter called in the called function. Okay. So just to help you to understand this, let me demonstrate you a simple code in one compiler.